What's up, Rebels? Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. This is the video you've been waiting for. I'm now back from Prince Edward Island. We're trying to get stuff done this week, so I'm going to give you one of the videos that's been one of the most asked about videos I've gotten. This is the one you've been wanting. This is the one I've talked about all sorts of stuff as it relates to freelance writing. You know, the basics of getting started, how to set your rates, how to set a website, how to add personality. But this is the one where we talk about freelance writing for beginners. How do you get your first client if you have zero experience? So I don't want to waste your time. Let's jump right into it. Let's roll that sweet intro right now. Okay, two quick things before we get started. If you want to build an online business that you can run from anywhere in the world, I want you to do two things right now. One, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up. Well, you can wait to give it the thumbs up until you know it's actually legit. But subscribe, we got new videos every single week. So if you're looking to build a lifestyle business, quit your job, spend more time doing the stuff you love to do, that's what we're all about here at Location Rebel. So would love to see you in the future. So hit subscribe. Second, we've put together a killer freelance writing starter guide. You go to locationrebel.com/FWG, link in the bio below, and it's our free guide all about how to get started building a freelance business. And some of the things we talk about there, we're going to cover in this video, but there's some other little gems that are not going to be in this video. So you should go check it out. I think you're going to like it. Okay, so with that said, you ready to get into this? Ready to talk freelance writing for beginners, how to get your very first client? We got 10 steps. We got 10 ways to go about doing it, so let's jump right into it. Tip number 1, freelance job boards. This is the most obvious, this is the easiest, this is the most basic. There's a ton of sites out there, Upwork, Freelancer, the Pro Blogger job boards. There's all sorts of job boards out there. So signing up for one of those, creating an account, and starting to put your name in the hat for jobs, that's the easiest way to get going. Is it easy to land those jobs? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Are those going to be the perfect jobs for you? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but it's a great way to get your foot in the door. So in the link below, we also have a list of over 100 different websites that are looking for freelance writers, so you can go check out that list. But like I said, Pro Blogger, Freelancer, Pangean, you know, those are some of the big ones. So even though some of these job boards can be hit and miss, there are things you can do to improve your chances. One is set aside time every week to go through it. Make it a regular thing so you're always seeing if new jobs pop up. 2, make sure you understand what keywords you're looking for. So if you're specifically looking for writing, specifically looking for freelance words, set up alerts around those keywords so when new jobs pop up, you're notified and you can be one of the first people to apply for them. So one way to take this a step further as well is to look up the companies that are hiring, look up the information for that company online so that when you make your letter of introduction and you apply and you reach out to introduce yourself, you already have some information about them and you can put that into your application. Just like everything else online when it comes to freelancing, there's a huge trend towards going personal. So the more you can personalize something and show that you actually put thought and effort into it, the better off you're going to be. Also, just want to use this opportunity right now to give a big shout out to Volker in the Location Rebel Academy forums. He had his first $10,000 month freelancing. That's freaking awesome. Also, shout out to Greg, who just launched his new website, and James, who has his hobby hacking site actually in the golf industry. Love the golfers out there. There's not many of you. So congrats to you guys. That's awesome. Really excited to see you killing it in our community. Okay, number 2, the second way to go about getting your first client is to sign up for job newsletters. Everybody knows about the job boards and the Upworks and the freelancers of the world, but not many people that are just getting going realize there's a ton of job newsletters out there. A lot of these are free, some of them are paid, but the paid ones are usually just a few bucks, $5, $10 a month, and there can be some incredible opportunities on those newsletters. So just a few of our favorites that I think you should check out are the Morning Coffee newsletter, the Opportunities of the Week newsletter from Sonia Weiser, and the Freelance Travel Writing Jobs newsletter. We've got links to all of those below, so go make sure you check those out. We're also talking about these all the time within the Location Rebel forums, so if you're serious about getting help in building this type of business, then I recommend you check out Location Rebel Academy. Okay, number 3, this is a little bit more of a strategic long-term play as opposed to a quick win, but that is create targeted guest posts. So find blogs, find websites that are relevant to your industry industry and the type of writing you want to do and pitch them for guest posts. There are right ways to do this and there are wrong ways to do this. Going about this the correct way means being personal, as we talked about. I've got a link below to our ultimate guide to guest posting, which is going to help you do that. And so we might not get paid for these guest posts up front. It could lead to more work with these blogs, and it also can be a portfolio piece. So if you're someone who's thinking, I don't have a portfolio, I don't have any writing, doing a few guest posts on different sites could help you build up that portfolio so you can say, hey, I've written for X, Y, Z, and my work has been featured on their sites. To give a quick example of this in my own life is someone just did a guest post for us at Breaking 80, and I was stoked. This guy did a really, really good job with the post. It was keyword targeted. He did the SEO for it. It was a really good post. And so immediately afterwards, I said, hey, this is fantastic. I would love for you to do more work for us. I'm happy to pay you for it. Let me know if it's something you're interested in. I'm still waiting to hear back if he's actually interested. I kind of hope he is. But that's a perfect example. You do a good job guest posting. You know that you can create content that's going to be beneficial to the readers of that site. The person behind it, good chance is going to be like, hey, we need more people like you. Would love to hire you. Number four. That's 8. 4. The fourth one is to sign up for content marketing sites. These are almost kind of like a reverse job board website. So a couple examples of this are Contently, Skyward. So basically these are sites where you fill out a profile and you give them your writing background, your writing pedigree, have some examples, things like that. And then companies will go through and they'll look through all the approved writers and then they'll reach out to you if they think you're going to be a good fit to write for them. So again, this can take a little bit of time, but our community manager Liz has absolutely killed it with Contently. She's got a ton of work coming in every week for big name clients that pay really well. So even though it can take a little bit of time to build up your reputation within sites like that, it can really pay off over the long term and get people coming to you rather than you having to go to them all the time. And really that's what we're trying to get to, is much as I know you all love trying to sell yourself, sometimes it's nice when you don't have to do that and they just find you. It's great. It's a beautiful thing when it happens like that. 5. Number 5. 5. Reach out to marketing agencies. So an agency can be great because if you work well with them and they like you and you're responsive and your rates are good, then they can toss you a lot of work. And there are thousands of marketing agencies all over the world. The great thing about building a lifestyle business and a freelance business is you can do it from anywhere in the world. You can be sitting in your kitchen, or you can be sitting on a beach in Bali, or you can be sitting in a fancy hotel somewhere or hostel, whatever it is, your thing. You can be doing it as long as you've got internet connection. So we've got a link below to a few different agency lists. So there's clutch.co, The Manifest, Agency List, Digital Agency Network, Upcity. So we've got links to all of those different agency lists so you can go through and you can see dozens of agencies that you can reach out to. Again, be personal. Don't just send a stock email to all these people because they're going to be like, this person sucks. They're not creative and they're not very good writers because this is a BS template email. So don't do that. Be thoughtful about it. It's much better to send out 5 personalized emails a day than 100 non-personalized ones. So keep that in mind. I feel like this is a good time to mention this. We've got a blog post that cover all 10 of these tips with links to everything we're talking about and more. So if you don't want to be going through all the notes and everything for this video, just click on locationrebel.com/freelance writing jobs for beginners. A little bit long, but locationrebel.com/freelance writing jobs for beginners. Link above and below, but then you've got everything. You've got all of the stuff, the links to our freelance writing guide, the links to the agency list, the links to our freelance jobs post that's got over 100 different writing boards. I mean, we're just like giving you all the resources here. You might as well create a course on this. Oh, wait, we did that. We did that, but all this stuff is great and is going to give you a good starting point. Number 6 is the one everybody hates, including me, but it can also be one of the most effective, and that's send cold emails. You can send cold emails to agencies, you can send cold emails to companies, you can send cold emails to bloggers, you can send cold emails to everyone you think might need a writer. And if you get good at sending cold emails, then that can be probably the most effective way to get jobs. The problem is most people aren't good at this. That led us to create an entire course called How to Pitch Influencers, which is really just as much about finding writing work as it is about pitching influencers, but that's in Location Rebel Academy. So if you want templates and tools and tips and tricks and all the stuff for how to get started with this, then I highly recommend you take a look at Location Rebel Academy. As with everything else, link below. But suffice it to say, cold email can be a really, really effective thing. And if you can learn how to craft a thoughtful, persuasive email without coming across like an asshole, then you're gonna go a long ways. So I highly recommend, along with everything else we're teaching you, you spend some time learning how to do that. It's a valuable skill. It will serve you well in life. Number 7, social media, specifically Twitter. All the time we are seeing people on Twitter saying they're looking for writers, they're hiring for writers, do you know any writers? So even spending 10 minutes a day on Twitter, you should be able to find some writing opportunities. If I were you, what I would do is I would find all the publications you like that are in your niche that you want to write for, and go follow all of the editors and all of the writers for them on social media. So maybe you read like Fast Company or Forbes or sites like that. There's a ton of writers for those, so go find the people that are writing, find them on Twitter, follow them. Oftentimes they will reach out asking for help with stories or things like that. So building those relationships can be really valuable. And then if you can find the editors for those publications that are looking to hire the writers, I mean, come on, like, what more do you need? Then you're in, as long as you can, again, be personal. God, I'm sensing a recurring theme in a lot of my videos. Be personal. It's not that hard. Be a real human being. Treat other people like real human beings. I've said this so many times, but that's what so much of this comes up to. It's like, if you can't do that, then all of these tips I'm giving you, they don't mean anything. But if you can do that, then every single one of these tips, you can find work literally with any one of them. And if you apply all of them, then quit your job, move to Bali, live on a beach, and make a bunch of money for the rest of your life. It's gonna be great. Don't quit your job yet. Make sure, do this stuff first, okay? We good? Don't blame me if you quit your job and you didn't. Okay, just as long as we're on the same page here. I feel like this is a long video and I need to come up with like some kind of funny interstitial thing to make this more entertaining. But I got nothing right now, so let's just get back into it, okay? Number 8, this goes beyond just social media and frankly is even more effective than Twitter, and that's create a LinkedIn profile. And not only create a profile, but get active on the site, on the community. Find groups within your niche or groups of writers and join them. Post on a regular basis. Fill out your profile in depth. Reach out and talk to other people that are editors at the publications you want to write for. Maybe other people in your industry. Start actually using it to network. Who would have thought? Social network. LinkedIn is, I mean, it's kind of the business social network. And so oftentimes when people are on it, they're looking for collaborations, people to help them do things. And a lot of times those things are right. So we've seen a lot of people within the Location Rebel community have a lot of success with LinkedIn. So don't overlook it. Spend time crafting that profile, spend time making yourself look good. And I think you might be surprised just how many opportunities come your way from it. We got 2 more. Number 9. Second to last one. Ready for this? Make friends with other writers. There is this like weird notion sometimes, especially with people just starting out, that it's a zero-sum game. If you've got a writer over here, you've got a writer over here, they are in competition. If writer number 1 succeeds, then writer number 2 fails. That is not the way it works. So most of the time, writers, as they build their business, as they start to have success, as they have more work than they know what to do with, they're going to have an excess amount of work and they need to find someone to help them out with it. So the more writers you know and the more people you know that are doing this, the more opportunities there are to cross-pollinate and help each other. Who would have thought? Not a zero-sum game. Writer number 1 and writer number 2 can win. When people join Location Rebel Academy, like that's one of the like big concerns I hear is like, well, you've got this community of 3,000 people, but doesn't that mean that's like 3,000 people that I'm competing with? They're all trying to do the same thing? No. More often than not, people's first jobs come from the Location Rebel community because we've had all these people that have had success with it that now have more work than they know what to do with. And so they're hiring our newer writers and giving them their first jobs, which is awesome. So how do you do that? How do you go about finding other writers? Well, similar to kind of what I said about the LinkedIn stuff is look online, find writers forums, writers newsletters, writers Facebook groups, writers LinkedIn groups, writers meetup groups. Go to in-person meetups with other writers. You know, one of our favorite favorite places to look is FLX. We'll link to that below, so make sure you check that out. But I often say there's nothing solo about being a solopreneur. And in this case, that very much makes sense and is applicable, because the bigger your network, the more success you're gonna have. Whether you're freelancing, whether you're blogging, whether you're in e-commerce, it doesn't matter what it is. Get to know more people, because the more people you know, the more people you know that can help you out with your thing and what you're doing. So don't be shy, even if you're an introvert. It's the internet. They never have to see your face. You don't actually have to like talk on the phone. That can be scary. So just get out of your shell just a little bit. And I think you'll be glad you did. 10. Number 10, last one. Did you watch Monday's video? My secret weapon, the closest thing I have to a magic bullet for success online? Write more. The more I write, the more success I have. The more content I put out, the more opportunities there are for people to find me. If you're a freelancer, writing can be not just writing articles, but writing emails, writing pitches, writing blog posts on your own site. All of these things, the more you write, the more opportunities you are creating for someone to find your work, want to work with you, create a connection, whatever it is. So when in doubt, if you need to do something, if you're trying to make forward progress, when in doubt, write more. So if you're just starting out, if you're trying to become a freelance writer and you're a beginner, you're trying to find your first client, write more. You are now a writer. Treat yourself like a writer. And so every single day you should be writing something. And the more you get into the habit of doing it, the more opportunities are going to come your way, the more you're going to feel like a writer and not feel like an imposter. We got a whole video on imposter syndrome, and I promise good things are going to happen. So there you go. That's it. If you're starting out freelance writing, do those 10 things, and within the next month, 2 months, probably less, you will have your first writing client. Earlier on, I asked you to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you haven't done that yet, now is the time to do that. I also asked you to give this video a thumbs up, but then I paused. I said, you know what? I want to make sure this video was valuable before I asked you to do that. So now that you've seen everything else, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm Sean Ogle of Location Rebel. We teach you how to build small businesses you can run from anywhere in the world, specializing in freelance writing businesses and blogs around things you love, hobby-based businesses. Check out locationrebel.com, and don't forget our freelance writing guide, locationrebel.com/FWG. Tons of great content all about how to build a freelance writing business. If you haven't seen our epic How to Start Freelance Writing video, I recommend you take a look at that next. And with that, I'm just getting back from PEI, Prince Edward Island. Got a lot of catching up to do, so I'm gonna go catch up. I will see you later. Thanks again for tuning in. Peace.